What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's a little more relaxed today. I'm kind of in my mode because I get to do some of my favorite things and show y'all along the way. So right now we're in Cleveland Park, right here next to the tennis court and the pickleball court. Some new additions. They've revamped a lot of this stuff. This is a wonderful day to ride, honestly. And this is probably the most relaxing thing that I do. Today we're gonna do, a good 15-mile ride. I'm gonna show you some of my favorite things, starting with the extension that they just added to the trail. I got my gear, I always keep, a little something here, my wallet, my phone, chapstick, and then two, we're gonna ride back through here. After we check out the extension, we're gonna end up at the Swamp Rabbit Grocery, but before then, we'll go through Falls Park, Unity Park, and back through Cleveland. So I'm ready to roll if y'all are. Let's get it. So up through here, right behind here is a pretty historic neighborhood, Nickeltown. I've stayed there at some point in my life for years, but it's probably one of my favorite neighborhoods, honestly. It's pretty bike friendly around here, so people know to stop. Hey there. So I love how much Greenville has turned into a biking city. So right now we're headed into what they call the paper clip, and you'll see what I mean when we get in here. It's another new addition. Today I started in Cleveland Park, but I normally start at the YMCA after a workout. So by the time I get to this, my legs are shot. I think I'll be in good shape today though. Hopefully my cameraman can keep up with me. Well, one of the most awesome things about this ride is just the scenery. You get to see most of the city this way. See a few newer constructions, even though those have been there a while, but yeah, it's always nice to see the city this way. I think it's the best way. So if you want to do a bike tour, let me know. So we're gonna cross here, and we're pretty much in the extension right now. Just definitely be careful, even though people tend to look out. Can never be too careful. If you're a high C like me, you know what I mean. So right now we're riding over Lawrence Road, as you can see. But also this way is Stone Avenue, just to give you an idea where we are. Plenty of restaurants to stop off at. See, there's a little path to Willie Taco coming up here in a second. Yes, sir. Restrooms, dog friendly. One thing I will note, there are a lot of investment opportunities still in Greenville. Usually I would ride through and see something like this, and I would pin it, look up the owner, reach out, hey, you willing to let go of it? And sometimes they are. As a matter of fact, up the hill is another investment opportunity where there were about 200 unit apartments standing right here, but they've torn them all down, making way and paving a clear canvas for somebody to come in, maybe you. This is where I would normally speed, but I don't know if my cameraman can keep up. But there's a bunch of opportunities as you pull off the trail. Oh, let me mention this. The ropes course here at Home Team Barbecue, behind Home Team Barbecue. And there's another brewery up here, Double Stamp. You see the signs at Holland Park here, but another family focus area for entertainment and recreation. Yeah. Usually I have on the headphones, but today I think we'll just listen to nature. That's music playing too. So right now we're going under Pleasantburg, which this is a new addition. I just never noticed that they had a label under each bridge. That's dope, it's really nice. So this goes to another brewery, which Greenville has so many. We're gonna be the brewery capital of the world pretty soon. Competing with Asheville a little. So we're about to head up to a gym that I really like, beside another workspace right here at Industrial Drive. So yeah, over to my left, you can see White Duck Taco, Britt Brothers Gym, Cohesive Coffee. And then we have Humane Society over here. Right up this road, looks like they're doing construction, but we have the runway, or the old airport. Runway Park. A lot of kid-friendly stuff to do up there, along with a putt-putt course. We're gonna pass them. So, I'm definitely gonna keep you guys posted. This is an extension, but they are planning on extending this thing even further. It's kind of been hush-hush, but you can see them working on it. So, I'm excited to see how far it'll go. More than likely the Bridgeway Station, which check out the video on that one as well. Yeah. Then we got the airport, our private airport here in Greenville, one of the smaller commercial but private airports. A couple other historic buildings over there. If you're a local, you know what that building is. We'll talk about it. A couple mega churches in the area too. Yeah, I had to follow that with church. But a lot to see here, a lot of history. I've been here my whole life, so it's been amazing to see all the growth. All the smiling faces. So another thing I like about the trail is, depending on where you live, you can pretty much commute back and forth to work. So we're crossing over Haywood Road right now. Good, and the newest addition is the Goodwill bookstore, Goodwill at the Trail. That was a big grand opening for that, maybe less than a month ago. Actually, I can't wait to go in there and thrift. But crossing over Hayward Road, as you can see, the mall is right up this street. We're almost at there's some folks humping it, but we're almost at Legacy Park. Restaurant Saskatoon, I think, is right here. But I always, especially on days when I get to slow down on the trail, I always notice something new. So right now we're about to go over Woodruff Road, one of the busiest roads in Greenville, only because it offers so much. But this is probably the quieter side. You notice they're building all around the trail to accommodate trail life for you. I would be on this thing every day if I lived this close to it. Which I don't live that far now, but a little easier this way. We're at the mouth of the entrance to Legacy. And this was that construction I was telling y'all about earlier. I can't wait for all this to be finished. Until then, we got plenty, I promise. 28 miles is enough. So while we're riding up to Legacy, I just thought about when it comes to the extensions, there's some other paths off of the trail where you might have to hit a road, like a side road or a sidewalk. It's still connected, I mean, technically to the trail. And so there's other extensions like to Conisty Park, which is by where I live. And it's not really as paved. I mean, you do have to take a non-traditional route, but still worth checking out. Get to see a lot of beautiful animals. Looks like somebody commuting to work right there. But here we are, Legacy Park. Probably one of the best parks to do a photo shoot in. Okay, we'll go this way around the lake here, or pond. You get to see all the wonderful real estate that they're building everywhere. This neighborhood has a hodgepodge of different types of real estate, condos, apartments, luxury single-family homes, you know, more of the colonial single-family homes, so a lot to offer here. I'm gonna take this route here. Appreciate you. So They're still building, as you can see. Yeah, let's go this way. Beautiful place to play soccer, throw the frisbee, cornhole, whatever. Got a little volleyball court over here, or net. Playgrounds on this side. We'll just do a big circle and keep it moving. So, one of my favorite places to eat is in there. It's called Stella's. Shout out to Stella's. Also, there's a YMCA in there. I call it the Express YMCA, but it gets the job done for sure. So you got your playground up here. Small park, but action-packed. I just love how open it is. So you can pretty much let your kids run free. As you can see, one kid is getting to do that. My kids have been running free here for years. All right, y'all ready to do this hump back? I'm ready. But check out all the different real estate around here. We're going this way. The one thing I hope is that they work to preserve a lot of this stuff. I know there's a lot of space just to put something else, right? But it'd be nice to keep all of this lush greenery in place, so we can keep the name Greenville alive. You could pretty much spend all day out here, like literally a whole day. Eat, sleep, and play. Got some volunteer opportunities over here where they always need help and supplies. The Humane Society over here. I used to work there a long time ago, but I still do, kind of. See Overbrook Church or Elementary here. Once again, over Lawrence Road. A major thoroughfare here. Some of the other major thoroughfares in the Upstate or in Greenville, Pleasantburg was probably the main one, or the one that touches the most spots. The ones you have to remember are Pleasantburg, Lawrence, Wade Hampton. Those are kind of the main ones that touch everything. Like there's a street that comes off of each one of those. So those three streets, once you get familiar with those, everything kind of starts or grids off from there. So, back into the paperclip. The rental market's doing great here too. All right, back into Cleveland Park. Probably the main park. This is Greenville's Central Park, so to speak. You can use the sidewalk or you can use my walk, my way, whichever way. Cleveland Park. Here's all your parking over here, but you also have a zoo right here, which is, oh man, I've been here my whole life. I mean, I can remember being here at 3 years old. And that's the very first memory that I have is Greenville Zoo. Still a very great experience. They have changed a lot, a little, and a lot. And be sure to get you some season passes. It's the cheapest way to go. This is probably the biggest park out of all the ones we'll see. It offers the most, except for food. There's not a lot of food around here, but there are food trucks depending on what time of the year you come. But the zoo has the food, yeah. There's some ice cream and a couple machines over here. So it's got everything a kid could need for sure. A lot of places to work out. We might stop at one of those. Then we have the Reedy River flowing through here. Throughout. Kind of reminds me of Chattanooga, but not on that scale, yeah. But just enough to fish in. Of course, y'all know we got hit with Helene, and this thing was like up to the street at some point. But the great thing about Greenville and the infrastructure, it was actually built for flooding. You've probably seen a lot of epic pictures of Unity Park after Helene. And you see it now, it was little damage done to it because it was built for that. All right, this is a tradition of mine, so I gotta do it. But this is my pull-up spot. So I gotta at least hit 30 for y'all. Yep. Tell you what, how about 20? We got stuff to do. That's how about. All right. Oh. So, over here, one of our many monuments and tributes to some veterans, some recipients of the Purple Heart. My granddad was a veteran. My dad is a veteran. I'm a veteran at this. But also, if you've seen Shay, we will be on the lookout for Shay today. All right, like I said, it's plenty to see. You can be out here all day. We don't have all day, but again, plenty to see. They've done a wonderful job with reconstructing everything. You can't even tell there was a hurricane or a storm that came through and flooded this whole area, but I'm so glad for our bounce back. Should I save the water bottle? I think that lady's water bottle fell out. So you can see some of the signs. You always know where you're going on this trail for sure. It's always been a dream of mine to live right off of the trail. But check out my other video when we talk about dreams, your dreams in Greenville. I'll tell y'all one of the dreams that I have is living in Harkness, and one of my favorite neighborhoods. I always say I got a favorite neighborhood, but that's probably my number one. That is my dream place to live. I can't make my mind up. But that place, I drive through there and manifest. And just always think about, man, I will be here one day. I'll show y'all. Got a little standoff. That's okay. That's all right. Come on through. Excuse me, sorry, man. How you doing, bro? Smallest dog got the biggest bite. Yeah. Whole lot of things to see here. Almost back to Cancer Survivor Park. Here's the Major Rudolph Anderson Memorial. Plenty of good information there. This is a great fishing spot on the Reedy River. Or a great meditation spot everywhere out here. You can see some folks on their lunch break getting a walk in. So be sure to check out the video I did on top of this discussing Ford, F-O-R-D, the framework for how I find, or how the home finds you here. When we shot right on top of this. And again, Ford is family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. I'm gonna stop and get some water. So, it's one of my pit stops here as we overlook the falls of Falls Park. My mom used to bring me up here as a child. It was a whole lot different then. Hey, my cameraman has to change his battery, so we're gonna take a quick pit stop. But when we return, we'll be going through Falls Park, Unity Park, and then to my favorite place so I can stop and get some food, Swamp Rabbit Grocery. See you in a minute. So we're back, and I'm back getting water because I went through that one. But anyway, right here in Falls Park, at the beginning of it, still under the Cancer Survivor Center, and topping myself off. So let me get situated. and reload. But yeah, as I was saying before, my mom used to bring me down here. We used to drive all the way down here from Greer, where I essentially grew up for the first few years. And it was a whole lot different. It was kind of rough back then. I remember her telling me at one point she stopped taking me because there used to be a lot of drug paraphernalia and some of the harder stuff laying around out here, but you'd be hard pressed to find that right now. But we're gonna go into a lot of the scenic side of the, probably the most scenic part of the trail. A lot of key things around here. Got the Bohemian Lodge here, one of our newest attractions. Definitely check it out. And a lot of places to walk, read, eat. I've had several picnics out here in various relationships. Nah, but yeah. A lot of history here. On our left, we have the Governor's School for Performing Arts. Something I wish I had when I was at that age and had the ability or opportunity to go there. But they do some great stuff there. It is very beautiful day. My favorite season, and we're catching probably the best part of it, where you got some falling leaves, but there's still some color to see here. And just check out this view. This is probably one of the views you see the most when you Google Greenville. Hey, what's up, man? So, at many different stages, summer, winter, fall, you'll see some plays being conducted over here. Kind of a slow zone here because it's probably one of the most populated parts at any given time of day. They have weddings down here, plays, as I said, man, photo shoots, picnics. You can feed the ducks up here. I'm like a kid every time I come through here because it's always something new to see. Probably the most photographed place in Greenville right here. Even during the many festivals that Greenville puts on, like Artisphere, Fall Festival, which is my favorite, it's still integrated into Falls Park. And I love how they integrated all the restaurants and museums and shops and things into the park or into the trail itself. There's a correction. The trail actually shuts down at 10. So I think they extended it an hour. But right here you got Hall's Chop House, Hampton Inn, various shops and museums for arts and crafts. Have some construction going on over here in the little amphitheater, another place where a lot of photography goes on. We got some things changing up right here around the Peace Center. Various new restaurants, museums. We got Blues Boulevard in one of these buildings here. You can catch some great shows, some great restaurants here. There's always something new to see here, something new coming here. Here's Blues Boulevard here. Some art studios. We're all about our arts here. One thing that I love that they're adding is all the new parking options. different workspaces, salons. Another great place, the embassy here, but we have up on the roof Chris in there as well. Some other new things coming. It's always something exciting. All right. So there's some highlights of Falls Park. Definitely didn't see all of it. Hey, didn't see all of it, but still much more to see. We got Limoncello over here, one of my favorite restaurants. I love Italian, so when you come into town, let's go eat some Italian. So many different places to sit and play with the kids and meet. I'm one of the people that I like to work outside a lot, so plenty of places like that. Entering into Unity Park, one of our newest attractions. There's some newer things to see over there, like the tower they just constructed. We have time where we may stop in or try to run up. I don't know if it's, I've yet to run up it, so y'all will see it exclusive today. A new thing that I get to discover about our city. They just finished it, so there's that. So one thing you'll notice is both sides of this pavement, this side is a softer side. It's meant for people who walk or run. It's a little better on your knees. This is an event space here, the 405. Great place to have your party or your wedding. So everybody's pretty psycho-friendly around here, so it's actually the law. You better stop. And I love it. So a little short drive. Over here to our left, we have A.J. Wittenberg Elementary School, but then we have the Croc Center here. A lot of soccer going on, flag football. There's also a little miniature water park in there for the kids, even in the wintertime. So when my kids were that little, we were there every week. Got a basketball court. So they're doing some construction. Never mind all that. That's actually a good sight to see, you know? So, the trail is not closed, just a little detour. This takes us around a little bit. So normally we'd be able to just come straight through here and just go over the bridge, where you kind of got some other little trails here. You can see the Unity Park sign way out there. How you know you're in Unity Park. Just like Legacy too, like I think this is kind of the best of Cleveland Park. Like if you took Cleveland Park and Legacy and put them together, that would get you Unity Park. Well, this one's a little more tourist centered. Got our newest attraction there, the towers. I don't know if we're gonna go up today. We might just keep it rolling and keep it moving, but look at it, it's beautiful. How you doing? But again, like I was saying before, this park was built for flooding. I mean, not necessarily like, hey, we're waiting on a flood, but if a flood comes, it was built to kind of maintain itself. And I thought that was very interesting when I learned that fact, because it's like showing that we're future focused and, you know, kind of set up for some of these tragic things that, or just God's acts of God, you know, everything kind of is cohesive to people being humans. Some beautiful basketball court. We got a pickle park over there for all you pickleball fanatics. Got a great, you know, the basketball court over here, Mayberry Park. Also on this side, we have a bunch of great restaurants and breweries. Yeah, we got, those are the commons as we're approaching over here. It's a great place to meet and eat. A bunch of breakfast spots in there, coffee. Let's go over there. So you got southern side over here, another brewery, pizza, bowling inside. Everything fun, family-centered place. The bike rentals place here, so you can stop here and put some air in your tire if you want, or go buy a bike. And this is where I'm normally sitting, eating, depending on what type of day meeting we have. Looks like they got some, looks like we got a few newer shops that I actually haven't seen yet. But the commons are always great, no matter what time, a day or a season. It's got a little bit for everybody. Juice bar. Looks like they got some office spaces for rent. I might actually get me one over here. Oh, you're good, you're good. We got some bike rentals here. Those things are heavy, I can tell you that. And our Swamp Rabbit, that thing was actually bought by the city at Artisphere. And they thought it'd be a nice addition to the park, to Unity Park. Artisphere is probably one of the best festivals. Again, my favorite is the Jazz Festival because I just love jazz, but yeah, check out Artisphere for sure. So a bunch of crossings here where you should stay vigilant. But everybody's pretty friendly. They pretty much already expect that they'll be stopping, so. Getting into the stretch, into the last stop, which is headed to Swamp Rabbit Grocery, but you'll see, you know, some of the other historic places here in Greenville, like the various mills. You know, Greenville was known for its textile at a certain point in history, and you can still see that history here today. Another thing, how Swamp Rabbit got his name. Y'all probably don't even know. Do you know? You don't know. So it's got its name actually from the train that used to, that they called the Swamp Rabbit. It was a train that people used to say was bouncy. It had a bouncy ride. And actually the outside, the exterior of it looks like it just came out of a swamp. And they were like, it's the Swamp Rabbit. You can actually see that train parked up here on the trail. So it's another attraction. Can't remember if it's before or after the Swamp Rabbit Grocery, but we'll see.
Is it green?
No, it's not. It's red. Black. It's black. We'll see. Let's see. Is it black or green? Hey. Well, this is just beautiful. Be careful with these leaves, though. You might slide a little bit. All the smiling faces. 3,200 miles. Oh, this is a little spot. This is like my little, I just want you to look, but this is my meditation spot right here. It's where I go pray and just talk to God. Tell him thank you for all these wonderful things that he's given us. So we're almost there, getting a little closer. It's right behind that building over there. Maybe.
We got 10 coming in.
Yeah. Yes, y'all stop. But they're always fixing and constructing on here, and I like it. I love it. 'Cause It just shows us what the future of Greenville is gonna look like. Various little monuments here. Seems like the perfect day too. It's not too much traffic, not too many people. Not too many people at all. You'll notice these various towers here, the water towers. They've converted these mills, which at some point, actually Greenville has the most mills out of anywhere in the nation. It at one point had 16 standing mills, and 14 of the 16 are still standing today. And now they're apartments and luxury living. I actually wanted to move in here, but then I realized that's me being selfish. My kids, you know, they shouldn't stay there. It's too far from their schools. They didn't want to either. So. And that's where family finds your home for you. But I will say they got a lot of amenities there, so we're almost there. Let me pick him. Nah, can't let you pass me. Just be careful around curves. This is a pretty busy curve, so I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, nobody. That's good. Let's get us some dirty chai. We're here, Swamp Rabbit Grocery. You could actually drive up to this place on Buncombe Road. It's a coffee shop here, an actual grocery store. They have various events here too as well. So let's stop. How you doing? Places for the kids to play. And we made it. Chirp, chirp. So this is where I stop and eat most of the time. There's so much in here. I gotta show y'all like all this different variety of things that you can pick in here. If you order some food, you'll pick it up over here, of course. You good with it right there? All right. So what you'll do is you'll go in, pick your stuff, and come out here and pay for it. Also, there's some free water over here. Grab you a drink if you like. No, you're good. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No. We're just walking. Hey. You got a lot of organic stuff in here too. You good to shoot? Okay. So I'm gonna show y'all my two go-tos when I get here. Got all your vegetation over there. Hey, excuse me. Hello.
How are you?
How you doing? Hey, you're good. Can't go wrong with either one of these. I think I'll go with the Mediterranean though today. On this. Boy, this one's really good. This autumn apple salad. All right. So we'll grab this. You need something to drink, so let me show you where it is. Hey, how you doing? So they got a cold one here. This is all you need, folks. That's it. Banana water. Very hydrating. All right, that's it. Go this way. Okay, okay.
That's the reason why I got that video.
Yeah. Swamp rabbit bread. I might have, if I had my car, I'm on the bike, so I can. Yeah. You gonna carry it? All right. So another way to go outside, the restrooms and everything are here. I might pick up some chips or something sometime. But they also have more selections outside too, so hey. All your wines, if you want to just come and grab some wine and, you know, somewhat of a date night, this is a great place. I've been on a date at the Swamp Rabbit Grocery before. Bike ride to pick up my Mediterranean and bottle banana water. Get some chai over here. Hey, how you doing? All right. Go this way, sorry. Yeah, check out over here. What are you doing? Yeah, this must be a, let's see. Is she a photographer? Oh. Salt and vinegar. How you doing? Hey.
How are you doing?
Good.
Good.
I'm shooting YouTube.
Anything else we can get you?
That's it from here. I'm gonna go to the cafe here in a sec. Ooh. I was just saying I'm gonna go to the cafe here in a sec. Yeah. Y'all let people leave cards here? Or no?
I'm sorry?
Do you let people leave cards here? Like,
Unfortunately,
Oh,
no,
okay.
but I can put them in our break room.
okay.
Upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
Thank
put
you.
those upstairs.
Mm-hmm. I lost some chapstick just a second ago. Yeah. Ooh, everything. Don't get that on film.
Okay.
All right, cool, cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Of course.
All right. Oh, the forks are over here, right?
We also have some down here.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool. Thank you. Grab me a fork from here. All right. Gotta have it. Thank you. All right. So, our bikes and stuff are cool over there. If they steal it, they deserve it. But the coffee bar is over here. I would usually go over here and get a chai, but I think I'm gonna be full after this. But yeah, like I said, you can spend a whole day on this trail and still not see everything, honestly. All right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you for riding along with me, you know, checking out some of my favorite things to do on the Swamp Rabbit. Listen, we didn't even see everything at all. Like, there's so much more. Like, it's a whole nother 15 miles or so. And Furman University, the Swamp Rabbit train, which I will get a shot of for you. But at the end of the day, I love that you guys are still here rocking with me and you guys follow me. I appreciate it. Like and subscribe. You guys know where to find me, santezbuoy.com and other various platforms, but you can't miss me anyway. I ain't going nowhere. I'll see you.